Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Rebecca, and welcome to the newest episode of the Pep Talk. This is May.
Hi everyone, Happy New Year. This is May. Welcome to the Pep Talks first episode for the year 2023.
Yeah, so we are here again to present another inspiring story. I hope we will touch your heart, we will touch your life as we deliver a great story from Coach Ailyn Tacata. So tune in.
Share the stories of success, faith, and resilience of individuals who have successfully transitioned to the world of the digital business. Watch, listen, and be inspired from the testimonials of the business owners on how they conquered the online space by helping people to start a business that changed their lives. This is Rebecca and May, working moms and digital entrepreneurs. We are here to share with you the boons of the digital business. So, come join us.
All right. So, as promised, we will deliver a great story, a very inspiring story. Our special guest today is Coach Ailyn. She's a mom, a very supportive mom, a very caring daughter, and a loving wife. She's also working full time, and you know what? I will not share a lot more about her because we want her to share her story. So please let us all welcome Coach Ailyn Takata.
Hi
Hello,
everyone.
Coach.
Good. Hi Rebecca. Hi Sis May. Thank you for having me in your amazing pep talk show. I'm so excited for this. I didn't realize that I am your first interview for the year. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Yes, of course, we always want to bring the best from our community. That's why we invited you. Our
Amazing.
mostly of our guests, our audiences here are mompreneurs like us. So like for me, by the way, again, my name is Rebecca. I am coming to you live from Toronto. I am mom of three amazing boys. I work as an X-ray technologist, and also I am running my own online business. This is
Yes,
May.
and this is May here coming to you from Winnipeg, Canada. And I'm doing the business since last year with my husband. I work as an admin officer in a university. And yeah, thank you for tuning in today. Watch this live business chat because, we have a lot of things in store for you.
Thank you so much, Sis May. So, Coach Ailyn, could you please grace us or share a little bit of your story? Like, let's
Just like a
share
little bit.
how.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me introduce myself first. First of all, I would like to say hello to our audiences here globally. Let us know where you're watching from and what time is it there. I am coming to you live from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. As Rebecca mentioned, I am a wife, a mom, an early childhood educator for over 17 years now. I love my job. I was telling them earlier, like, this week I had this meeting with speech pathologists and all of involved in a child's development, and I'm so proud of what I do. But of course, we are multifaceted people, right? And since starting this business, I realized that there's more potential for personal growth and development as well as financial. And so I was very happy to be here. So I am originally from the Philippines. I grew up in Manila, mabuhay mga kabayan. If you're tuning in, yeah, I was born and raised in the Philippines and moved here in Canada in 2001. I thought, of course, as the Filipinos who are watching there, we always strive to get out of the country because we always think that there's more, opportunities abroad, right? So as soon as I, graduated from university, my mom was working abroad, and so I was told that I'm gonna be following her, right? So that was my story. I'm an immigrant coming in here. I work I came in not as an immigrant. My mom cannot sponsor me as under her because I'm over age already. So she looked for an employer for me, and I started as a caregiver. So back in the day, caregiver is an in thing to get to Canada. It was one of the quickest way to be here. So I did that. That was my first time working as a nanny, right? I never cared for anybody because I'm an only child, right? So we never had a baby at home, but then I have to care for a baby, a newborn one, and it was like I love it because I want a sibling, right? I've always wanted a sibling. There you go. I got my wish. But of course, not just that, but I realized early on that life in Canada is very hard. I thought Canada was the promised land, and in some way, I was crushed, right? I was crushed because I cannot practice my profession as a registered nutrition and dietetics because that's what I studied for. So I cannot even do that because I have to go back to McGill, pay $40,000 in tuition fee, and I don't have to do that. And of course, it crushes me as a person because I was an educated person, and coming here, I have to live and take survival jobs, right? I don't
Yeah.
know if this is the first time you guys hearing me this, but I
Yes.
came in like that. And there's nothing wrong with it. And I accept it as like, okay, Eileen, this is just a stepping stone for you. I even told my employer, you know what? I'm just going to get my papers and I have to say goodbye to you. I can replace myself, but I did not study for this. I did
Mhm.
not do this. This is not the kind of life that I imagined for myself. Moving forward, 20 something years later, it's funny how, no matter what we do, no matter what kind of job, we're still like, if you're an employee, it's still like paycheck to paycheck. And I've seen this over the years because now that I am a coach in this business, I talk to a lot of people around the world, and it doesn't matter if they're doctors, lawyers, nurses, engineers. The last three coaching that I did this week was two engineers and one doctor.
Wow.
Imagine, they're looking for opportunity. And I heard that again and again, and personally experiencing it is like, wow, there is really a need for something more than just a job, right? And so when I saw this opportunity, it was really like an eye opener because, like, probably a lot of people can relate that we were told to study really well, to study really well, make sure you get into a big company. Like, I am in a big company right now, it's a global company. It has branches all over the world, North America, Asia, Australia, and UK. So it is a big company, but it doesn't guarantee the life that I really, really want, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Plus, being an early childhood educator, it doesn't pay as much. And as I've told Rebecca and May, I'm gonna be in a hurry. I'm gonna be in a meeting because we have a meeting on a Saturday. I woke up late. But being an employee, you have to be where you were told to do or go, right? So you don't have that freedom. And so when I started this, I said, oh my gosh, this is life changing. And I'm so happy that I am here. So yeah, that's my story. It wasn't an easy, I think when I saw this opportunity, I'm ready for it, right? Because over the 20 years of being in Canada, honestly, I thought I never have a chance to become a successful person, because how can you be when you're paycheck to paycheck, right? How can you
Mhm.
be? You can always thought that success is for somebody else. If you're not born into a rich family, if you don't study in a good school, you won't get into this kind of um career that you want. Then you know what do you do, right? You just say, okay, you just give up on your big dreams, right? So I'm so grateful that I am in this business because it opens my eyes to the possibility that success is for everybody. It's not just for some people who has a status or something or born into it, right? So I think that's my story. I hope if you guys have a follow up question, let me know.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach.
Wow.
Coach Eileen is one of the rock stars in our business community. She's one of those coaches, very friendly, very accommodating. She's always jolly, bubbly, like as you see her, always, bringing some sunshine and positive vibes to the community. Yeah. Yes. Rebecca?
Yeah, I can totally resonate with you, Coach Eileen. I also started here from survival jobs. I came here as an educated, like I've been practicing radiography back home for a decade. And then I came here, I tried to become a housekeeper. I work in McDonald's as a crew. But you know what? I told myself that no, this is not the end. I really need to climb up that ladder for for me to be able to give the best life for my family. And then I got my license. I thought that's it, but I was hit so hard with working back to back multiple jobs. And yeah, I am so grateful that I am here now in this community. So,
Mm.
Coach, thank you for sharing that great story. I would love to acknowledge as well our viewers. We have a lot of viewers now. So, hello from Carlotta watching with while working. Wow, I
Oh,
believe Carlotta is from California.
nice.
Hey
Next,
Carlotta.
Yes.
Happy to be here. Yes, thank you. We're glad you made it here,
Yep.
Sis
Thank
Francia,
you.
Laval,
Laval.
Canada,
Hi
and
sis.
Maitha Manalo Castillo. Hello, watching from Nevada. We are very global. Florencia Diaz, hello mga sis from Pickering, Ontario. And yes, I love the contagious energy of Coach Eileen. Yes.
See?
See, thank
Hi
you.
sis
Thank
Maita.
Always.
Yeah, so
Uh,
moving forward, Coach, we have a little bit, we want to get to know you more before we dive into some of our more,
intense.
yeah, questions. So, Sis May, do you want to throw in the questions?
Yeah, I only have here few this or that question to go to get to know you a little more. It will only
Wow.
take a minute.
Okay,
It's
okay.
very easy.
Oh,
So
I
this
love
time,
this kind of questions.
yeah, very very easy. First question. I
Okay.
know this is your brand, fuchsia pink or baby pink.
Yeah. You know what? I studied in Central Scholar University. So I grew up in pink walls, okay? I don't know
Oh,
if you know CEU, but CEU
yes,
is all pink.
yes. So fuchsia pink or baby pink? What do you prefer?
It's like this color sometimes.
All
Sometimes it's
shades.
baby pink, sometimes it's this color because they paint the building right all the time. So yeah, I grew up in
Oh.
pink. I have running pink blood in my veins.
Yeah, we're neighbors with Central Escolar University. Our house is like 10 minutes walk from CEU in Bulacan, not
Oh,
in
really?
Manila.
In Bulacan?
Yes, CEU
Wow,
Malolos.
I
Yeah.
didn't know about that. I'm from Malolos too. We live in Alido. Shout out.
Coach, I go to Alido Church.
That's
Yes,
funny.
coach.
My house is
Yeah.
like behind the church.
No way. Okay. We'll
Anyway,
talk
that's
about
from
that
another
later.
interview or session.
Yes. Okay, next is what do you prefer? Cash or credit?
I like the convenience, so I like the credit.
Credit.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no. I'm trying to get out of the credit card, so
Credit.
no. I rather have
You
cash.
like debits.
Debit, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Debit is convenient, right? Tap, tap, tap.
Mm-mm. Yep. Now, would you be book smart or street smart?
I'm very street smart, but I love reading books.
Yeah, same here, same here. Street smart, but I love books. How
Mhm.
about this? Online shopping or shopping in store?
You know what? I'm probably, after my accident, I am into
Mhm.
online shopping, but there's a drawback. But right now, I really love online shopping.
Online shopping.
Very convenient.
Now, I know you're very busy right now these days. So, what would you rather have? Um, lose your sleep or skip a meal?
skip a meal. I'm trying to lose weight.
Mm.
I lost 10 pounds, guys.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's great achievement, huh? But what about
Woo!
this? Flowers or chocolates?
Flowers. Because I'm
Flowers.
not into chocolates, guys. It has to be so dark, like 90% dark chocolate is
Oh,
good. I don't like sweets.
okay, okay. Yeah, you have flower beside you right now.
Yeah, there's flowers,
Mhm.
fake flowers
Okay.
everywhere.
It's okay. Like that's it.
All
Rebecca, it's your
right.
turn.
Yeah, so that's
Awesome.
our like light questions to get to know you more, Coach. Yeah, we've heard your story. We've seen that you've been dealing with different professionals who are looking for some ways on how to supplement their resources, right? But for you, Coach, why did you decided to start and venture in this business? Like, what is your defining moment that you really need to get a side hustle?
Yeah. I have zero plans in doing business because, as I've told you, I was told to just stay on a job, right? And that's it. I thought I'm just waiting for retirement, and it's getting so boring already because it's like everything is routine, right? There's nothing to look forward to. Okay. And
Mhm.
at my job, I'm not really, there's a, a a growth for person, like, to grow into the corporate ladder because we're a global company. But I know that it's not for the headache. It doesn't match the compensation. So I'm not really interested. Right. So I'm not really with, if I did not see Coach Dave and Roxanne's ad on this, I have zero idea about the online business. Okay. Zero,
Mhm.
zero, zero. Okay. So my typical life is going to work, do chores, come back home, watch Netflix, and call it a day, right?
Yeah.
Wait for long weekends,
Yeah.
go travel, wait for your 2 weeks vacation, and that's it.
Mhm.
So I think the defining moment here is that when we went to the Philippines in 2018, I know most of you heard this story already, but it is really a defining moment because that is the time that I realized we're not moving ahead in life. Yes, we got a house. Yes, we had two paid cars and stuff like that. We travel. But then after that trip to the Philippines for a month, that is when I realized that having extra is amazing, right? It gives
Mhm.
you more freedom. And then that is when I realized, because we were on vacation for a month, so there's no job, right? There's no job. You own your time. And because we save up for it, because Canadian dollars is way more than the peso, we feel, I personally felt that I'm rich, okay? Because I can afford things back in the Philippines. And in Canada, it's like, no, anak, we cannot buy that because it's expensive. We have to buy grocery, we have to pay the bills. But when we went to Philippines, I said, "Oh, anak, you like that? Sure, here you go. You want to go to that museum? You want to go to that concert? You want to go to Hello Kitty Cafe? Sure, right? Everything is sure, sure, sure." But then, because back in the Philippines, I would say, my daughter, I have to say, I'm so proud of her. When we go to the shop, I would say, Anak, we're not buying that, okay? But you can play with it. You can bring it along the stores. And when it's time to go, you need to put it back.
Mhm.
Because that is not part of our, to buy list for today. Okay. But then I realized when I went home with the extra money, you can buy anything. Is it, money doesn't buy anything, because the person who you are is like, just the magnifier of the money, right? They say that if you're a bad person, when you got a lot of money, you just do more bad, right? But if you're a good person, you're gonna do more good with the money that you have extra. So when we get home to the Philippines, dun, that was the time that I realized we're not moving ahead as fast as I want. We're not moving ahead in life. We were settling, and that was the defining moment. And had we not moved flew to the Philippines, I will not realize it, because life has been redundant, right? Has been a routine, and without that break from work and what you're missing in life, like vacation, spending time with your family, you lose it. Yeah, you lose that sense. And so when we get back to the Philippines, I was upset. Okay, we were like 10 years before we moved to, we went on vacation because
Wow.
we were so scared. My husband was so scared of the expenses, right? Because
Yes.
just to the plane ticket, it's like almost $2,000 each, right? Especially now. And then the pasalubong, the balikbayan boxes and everything. And then when you get there, they didn't see you for so long. Of course, you need to spend, right? And so 10 years of that, and then we cannot even stay for the new year. Okay? We just spent the Christmas time there, and everybody knows Christmas season and New Year is the best time to go. It was in the news that there's like 60,000 people who went to the Philippines, or 60 people from Canada went to the Philippines this past Christmas time, right? And everybody knows that is the best time in the Philippines, right? To go home. And we cannot even spend the New Year because we have to go back after New Year to work. You didn't even get back to your normal sleep routine, but you have to go in on Monday or Tuesday, whatever it falls, right? And that was so annoying. You don't have your time. You have to go back to work. And so what else? I was so annoyed. And so in the New Year's time, I remember vividly, put a note on my Facebook. I have this long, long thing, and I was crying. I was like, if you guys, I was just being grateful, but oh my gosh, now it's making
Oh,
me cry
see.
again. So it's making me like, because I still remember it, and oh. So yeah, and it made me realize that I need a change. I really need a change. And I know, oh my gosh, my ears is getting so hot. I know I needed a change. And so I prayed to God. I said, Lord, I want a change. I don't know how it's gonna be, but please help. Okay, so I said that. And I know it's a New Year's Eve on 2018 for the 2019. Okay. So, ask and you shall receive, right?
Mhm.
And then a few weeks later, by the end of February, I saw Coach Dave and Roxanne's Ubiso's ad. And they were saying, are you looking for a big change in your life? And I was like, oh yeah, yeah, that's me, right? And so I was caught. I was really caught. And it's funny because that was the first time I saw an ad on social media. Because I wasn't paying attention to. But I guess, like what we were saying, where we focus our attention is where our energy goes, right? And so now I'm ready for a change. And so change came. And when it came, I'm ready for it. I jumped in. And so I said, everybody's saying more info, more info. And so I said, I want more info too. And they messaged me, and I jumped in. And when I saw the community, I was blown away, right? I was blown away. Like, how could I not see this earlier, right?
Mhm.
But I was like, because at that time the community was like 2 years old. There was 18,000 people, and now there is 141,000 people just 3 years later. How
Yes.
cool is that, right? Because I know people are saying this because people are like seeing this advertising. It is because it is working for a lot of people globally. A lot of them are professional, just like you and me, but everybody from all walks of life. And I think when you are really ready, when you realize that you deserve more in life, when you
Mhm.
realize that your family deserve more, and when you realize that you have one life, this is my tag phrase, right? You have one life, one chance, why not, right? There's nothing to
Yes.
lose. And I'm so grateful that I took on due diligence to check them, and it was legit, right? You cannot do
Yeah,
anything illegal in Canada or anywhere in the
exactly.
world. You're gonna get caught. And if you're showing your face on social media, that's too easy for, the authorities to find you.
Yeah,
So yeah. Okay. So I think that was my defining moment. I realized that we're not moving ahead in life. I'm settling for less than I deserve. And my family deserve more. And if people can do it, I can do it too, because what's so special about them, right? We're all special. We have a lot of within us that we can share into the show the world, right? So now that we're all on social media marketing, we have everybody has their own channels and everything, right? Because everyone is unique and there is no shortage of success, right? So yeah.
thank you, Coach. Yeah, before
Yeah.
we
No,
go to the next one, I would love to acknowledge again, we have a lot of viewers, Coach. We also have here Coach Marlene Carahan watching from Toronto.
God.
Hello. And Sister Lala
Lala.
from Hawaii. Hi,
Ooh,
Sister Lala.
aloha.
And happy to see you, Coach Eileen from Francia.
Thank
Another
you,
coach. Hello, Coach
Coach
Daphne.
Daphne.
Hi,
Yes.
Coach Dap.
She's tuning in from Texas. So, yeah, we are so grateful to all of our viewers. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. We really appreciate your support. So, yeah, sis May.
Yes, actually, thank you, Coach, for sharing your story.
Yeah.
Um, medyo na-touch din kami doon.
Sabi ko, ayoko maging vulnerable. Tapos
Well,
ayun na, tut. This is why, yeah, yeah, naiyak
well,
ako.
we're real people,
Uh-huh.
so they see everything in us. We're authentic. So yeah. Now I have a question. Before you started this business, you said you had no clue, and now you're doing it. You've been a mentor. Now you're a coach. You have a lot of people, under you. You're training them. Everything. Now the question is, what's one thing that you wish you had known before you started the business?
I think I my one thing, okay, if there is a regret, the one thing is that I wish I saw the opportunity early on. I
Ah,
told you I saw the opportunity 2 years since the community started, right? I wish I was there early on, because as you can see, everybody know, even Canva now has a digital marketing. Before that, it's just us doing it. Like I just feel like
mhm.
it was like that, right? I don't know, but I wish I've seen it earlier, because I know a lot of those people are in best position now. They are in, retired and stuff like that. But it's not just that. I wish that I was very coachable. I wasn't very coachable. I was just happy to belong. Because you see, I'm a jolly person. I never been a part of a community like this, which is very positive. And so I
Mhm.
was just cheering on for everybody. My first year was like that. I was like, ooh, oh my gosh, they earn so much money. Yay, congrats, congrats. Oh my gosh, they rack up. Oh my gosh. That was so amazing. So I was just in the bench, right?
Mhm.
Cheering for everybody. I did not put myself in the arena, so to speak, right? I was just watching people grow, and I was just happy and comfortable where I was. And then I realized after a year, wait a minute, these people were like just the same, they started the same time like me. And now I'm like, no, I need to catch up with them, right? What are
Yeah.
they doing? So then I have to, reassess why am I here, right? Why am
Yes.
I here? What are my whys? What do I want to accomplish? And then move on. But honestly, I have zero interest in quitting. I know this is the only escape for me to live that kind of life that I want for me and myself. So I'm not quitting. I was just happy to belong, but then I wish I was more coachable and doing the action and being very consistent, right? I think I'm a big procrastinator too. I'm the
Later.
queen. So it is it is challenging, especially all these years you're not a mentor, you're not a business owner, you are in a different field, right? So it
Mhm.
takes a little while, and I think you have to be gracious and gracious for yourself, give yourself grace that, you know what, where you are, exactly where you're meant to be, and then just keep moving forward, because if you beat yourself, you're not going anywhere with it, right? You have to be your first cheerleader, right?
Here.
You have to cheer
Mhm.
on yourself. You're doing great, Eileen. You don't compare yourself with everybody. You keep going, because the only reason why we lose in this business or in this journey is when we quit, right? We just celebrated one of our um business people in this. She's actually my partner from one of the challenges, and special shout out to her because she didn't quit, right? She pushed forward because she has a big why. And I think if you keep that why intact in front of you, you will get keep going, and you will reach whatever rank or success you want, right? So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Coach. Wow, so much. I would like to acknowledge again before I will ask the next question. So we have here, hello, chaps,
Yeah.
amazing coaches, and from
Mhm.
Coach Marlene. I am always entertained and inspired with your story, Coach Eileen. Of course, yes, like.
Thanks, buds.
And Maitha, same here. My first year was just happy to have my cyber friends.
Yeah, she's
Because it's
very jolly
amazing to
too.
belong. Come on. It's
Mm.
really amazing. This is really an amazing business. This is why everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Sherry from Brampton, Ontario. Francha, congrats. And
Oh.
Coach Katrina is
Coach
in the house.
K.
Coach
Oh.
K.
Another pink lady.
Yeah, another picture. And May Garcia, hello, hello.
Hi,
And
May.
Florencia, thank you so much, Coach Eileen, for sharing your story. Watching
Thank
from
you.
Los Angeles. Carl, I
You're
feel
just there.
Coach Eileen have to be more involved, not just cheering in the sidelines. Yes,
Yeah.
Carlota, you can do this.
You gotta act, do.
So inspiring.
You
Yes.
got this, girl.
Yeah. So you know what, Coach? A lot of our viewers, a lot of people who are asking us, how do we do this as busy professionals, as busy moms, right?
Mhm.
How, like, can you share us or can you share them how do you balance your business, your family life, your other hobbies? So please share
Mhm.
us how you balance things.
Okay, I don't believe in balance, right? I don't believe in balance, first of all. I think I believe on doing your priorities. And if you
Mhm.
write it down, if you plot it in your calendar, it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because for me, I work 8 hours, right? That is like 9 hours actually with my break time, right? Then what I do, I started this, of course, with the full-time job, and I still have it. It's just that I'm on and off work in the last 3 years, but which is amazing. But I think this business is super easy because it works 24 hours once it's set up, right? Once it's set up. So you don't really check on it until you because you have notifications and all of that, right? So I don't really look at it as much as I can because I will just tweak it later on, right? So it works 24/7, even when you're sleeping, even when you're at work. I have inquiries all day long. While driving today to my meeting, there's inquiries, it's a fun business. It works in the background. We have all the marketing tools that we need. There is the automation. So it doesn't really take up a lot of my time. Because I started this business with the idea that I need more time for my family, right? So I make sure that I know my priorities, right? I plan my team meetings. I plan my family, family time. everything is planned. For people are asking, how do you do this? Because they have the misconception that we're always on social media, that we are there all day, but we're not. Okay, honestly, when people ask me, did you see what happened here, did you see where they are, like, no, I'm so sorry. Even when my cousins are asking, did you see the latest of this and that, like, no. Because I'm not on social media all the time. They probably think I am because I post like 2 to 3 times a day, right? Whenever I can, or I post this and that. But after posting it, I'm off it. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
off it. I don't stay. So I just make sure that I have something that I want to work on for the week or the month. And then I will just post it. Sometimes I usually do it like how I feel it that day because it's more authentic, right?
Mhm.
I just, it's funny because you just have to be seen, like, know, like, and trust, and that is the business, right? That is the
Mhm.
business, and this business just wants. It's a fun business because it lets you be your best self. you
Yep.
you you are like almost, getting paid to be the best version of yourselves, and
Yeah.
also getting to do what you want to do with your family, travels, and all of that, and still get paid. How awesome is that? So you just have to like prioritize your priorities, right? Put it on the
Mhm.
calendar so it's gonna be, it can happen. Because if you don't put it, it's not gonna happen. If you don't put time for everything in your life, it's not gonna happen, right? I know the things that I procrastinate about, it's because it's not in the calendar, right? Because it's not in the calendar. It's that simple. So really, this is an easy business. There's automation, marketing tools, and the help of the community. That's why it's pretty easy to do. And we teach you how to do that. So you have mentors and coaches that will guide you. So really, it's kind of no brainer. If you know how to read, follow a step by step training. If you know how to watch a video tutorial, and you have big dreams and goals in your life, this is for you. And if you have a lot of excuses why this is not going to work for you, then you're right, this is not for you. But if you think this is for you, then it is for you 100%, right? So yeah.
Yeah. So there you have it, the gist of the business. She already
Yes.
said it. Now, Coach, since you've been here in the business for a while, can you share some instances, you know, how your life has changed? Like, what's your biggest achievement? What you think is your biggest failure? What's the good before and now that you have the comparison?
Yeah, okay. Before, as I've said, I was just doing the routine, the mundane of life, right? Like going to work, doing chores, going home, sleeping, watching Netflix, spending time on Facebook. Who has the newest purse, or who went to such and such vacation, right? You're like
You,
snooping on
Marites.
everybody. And then you feel bad because, oh, I don't have that kind of lifestyle. Oh, because they're successful. It's just for them, right? So it's
Mhm.
like that. But coming into the business, I learned so much. Okay, I grew so much from the person I was. I always thought that I was grateful already. That I'm very positive. I'm bubbly. Always been like this. But coming into the business, I learned that there's more room for improvement. I can better myself. I learned to be, positive, more grateful. I learned that I can be successful as well. I learned so much, okay, that I have zero clue before this business. My change and outlook in life changed for the better. And what else? Of course, the monetary value, right? Yeah. I got multiple five figures already, which is amazing.
Wow.
In the beginning, I was just like, wow, I want one like that too. Before I said, oh, I want to be a coach. But it keeps coming because you have goals, right? There's a direction
Mhm.
to go to. There's a path laid for you. There, people trailblaze this business, so there is a path cleared for you. Before, this is like nothing to look forward to. I told you, I was like so waiting for Friday, guys. Yay, Friday! Right? It's so sad, honestly. But I, looking back, it was so sad to just look. look, look forward for Friday, long
Mhm.
weekends, and your 2 weeks vacation. It's sad. But then I realized as soon as I move into this business, I'm more happier in my job because I know that's not my end part, like my end game, right? That's not
Mhm.
the end game. There's more to look forward to. I'm more happier, I'm more positive at work, because I learned so much from this. I can apply and make my life easier at work and at home, right? What else? This business last year surpasses my income already, which is amazing. For the
Wow.
most part, I was just lying down in the bed because I was I can't walk. But to surpass it, doing the business on the bed is so amazing. What else?
Yeah.
I bought, stuff that I would use credit card for, but then I could just, use debit because it's loaded. I love it, right? That feeling of accomplishment, right? Oh, I get to become a coach. I get to get, this. And then later on, as you revolve in this business, it's not just the money. It's the people that you actually help along the way, people you inspire, right?
Exactly.
Or the big deal about me is being a coach. I'm very passionate about doing coaching because anything I say or will not say will affect that person. Because
Mhm.
I am, as I've always said, I'm a bearer of hope for the people. And if I misrepresent the business, it could kill their chances of becoming successful because they don't know it yet that this could happen to them. And
Mhm.
yeah, and what else? Yeah, it gives you a bigger perspective of life, uh and you meet a lot of amazing people, just the two of you, right? So it's so amazing. It's so amazing to, I've seen Buds here, I've seen Helga, I've seen Coach K. A lot of people, you meet a lot of people that otherwise you don't have a chance of meeting them. What's the chances of meeting the two of you in Toronto, or in USA and everywhere in UK, right? We don't have that chance, but because this is a global business, we get to see a lot of people learn about their community, learn about their culture,
Mhm.
loving them, enjoying life with them and sharing. So this is such an amazing business. I really, really love it. Failures, I take failures as a stepping stone, you make mistake, but that doesn't define you, right? You
Yeah.
make this, and I think in a way it's bad for me, right? Because I don't take it seriously. I think I have to take failure as a serious thing, right? Because I'm pretty easygoing, and when I learn something, I learn it quickly, and then I move on, right? So if you think that you're, a failure or something, don't think it that way, because just use it as a stepping stone and move forward. Okay, so I think that's it. Failure is just a thing that happened. It doesn't define you. If you keep thinking about I'm a failure, you focus on that, then that's all you can see. But if you see it as, okay, there is a problem, what's the solution, and then you move forward, then things will change for you. Yeah.
Wow,
Um,
amazing, amazing,
Thank.
coach. Like I'm so inspired. Like my take on that is we as business owner, as a mentor, and soon to be coaches, we are bearer of hope, right? So like our goal here, that's why we are also doing this goal life, is to educate, inspire more people that there is something more behind their full-time jobs, multiple jobs, right? And yeah, I'm so carried away, coach. So thank you for that,
You're
coach. And
welcome.
remember that if you failed with one thing, look for a solution to resolve that, right? Look for something to so that you can move forward. Don't sit on that failure. Do something that you can get out from that failure. That is just the test so that you will have a great testimony later on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was listening to a audiobook yesterday while cleaning the house, right? While answering to, inquiries. But there's this book that without those failure that you get out of it, there's no success story, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
no success story.
Amazing.
What will you talk about? You didn't
Mhm.
get there to success overnight. There's no such thing, right?
All right, Coach.
You
Before.
know what? I'm sorry. What I love about what the Coach Eileen said was that she was getting paid while she was on a sick leave, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
see, she's a good benchmark. Like for people who are watching us right now, she's a good benchmark of how we're doing the business anytime, anywhere, and whatever state you are in, right?
Yeah, I was
Exactly.
actually on. I had an injury in
Mm.
2020. Okay, I think I have to share that because I was bedridden for 6 months. I get back to work after 10 months. I was on and off work after that because of my injury, my rehabilitation, and stuff like that. Last week was the first time that I was in a classroom. Uh, in ratio, okay, that was over
Wow.
2 years, okay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
since day one that I had an accident, I have to share this because this business took away the what if for me. Okay. I think this is very powerful because at that time I wasn't thinking, oh my God, what if I cannot work anymore?
Mm-hmm.
What if I cannot run anymore? What if?
Yeah.
Right? I wasn't fearful because I know I have a side hustle that I could work on the bed and still do coaching, still do that, all of the business. Actually, on that year, that was the year that I actually surpassed my income, right?
Oh,
So
see?
that's amazing. So that is good. I mean, that's not good that I had an accident, but to take away the worry that what if you cannot provide for your family
Mhm.
anymore, that is priceless. Okay?
Yeah.
In
Yes.
pandemic time, I was laid off. That was priceless too because I can do the business even if I was laid off. And at that time was the time that it tripled my income from my first year that I was just jolly and happy to belong. Right? Isn't that awesome? So I
Yes, it
love it.
is.
Zero
Yeah.
complaint, guys. Do it.
Amazing. Thank you, Coach. So
You're
let's give
welcome.
a shout out to more of our viewers here. Hello,
What?
Beb
Sweden.
Sweden, and Irene De La Cruz from Australia.
Australia.
May Garcia Andrada. Wow, really nice. And yeah, thank you so much, Coach. Really, yes, you touch a lot of life today, Coach.
Yes.
And Coach, we have a lot of new business owners here and incoming business owners. What advice can you give to them who just like they are just starting to venture, they are just they're just looking, snooping on
Mhm.
us, so any
Mhm.
advice to them?
Okay. So for those who are in the business already, just starting, number one, be very, very coachable. Okay. Because these people doesn't mean any harm to you. They want to make sure that you are in the right track. That you're in the right path. For me, I always tell my mentees, you know what? Do not copy me. Okay. Do not just sit and the bench and cheer on. Do your part. You are here for a reason. You have your why when you started. Okay. So do it as fast as you can because you can do it. Okay. Number two, I always say this in the coaching call that you need to master your training because once you have mentees, you need to guide them, right? You need to guide them. So master it. And then, of course, this is a social media marketing business. So master your marketing skills. Then, of course, we have an amazing support system. Our community is amazing. So plug in because sometimes I am guilty of this. Like it's been a while since I go through. I'm like okay, but it is really important because you're gonna miss special announcements, special updates, and all of that, right? So please stick. Your stickability here is very important. Okay, do not give up. Okay, sometimes you think it's overwhelming. You're very anxious to to get on this. This is not an overnight success, but you can do it if you're focused on it. Keep going, make friends, because look at us now. We're like in the same community. We just learn about each other because we reach out. If
Mhm.
you feel like you are left behind or alone, we have an amazing community. Reach out. We're not mind readers. We don't know what's going on in your end. Maybe you're having a family problem, personal issues. We want to help, right? So that's that. What else? Don't feel, because if you don't reach out, that would be hard. That would be hard for you, and we don't know what's going on. Okay, we're not mind readers. For those who are just snooping around, what's this business is all about, right? Check it out. There's zero risk. Okay, I wish I've known this business early on, because I felt cheated not knowing about it. Honestly, these people are having crazy amount of income, and I was stuck in my 8 hours job. Do yourself a favor. Check it out, because you're missing a lot. You don't know what you're missing. We are a business of based on integrity and trust, and you will see and find out more about us. But check it out. It's a free webinar. There's no cost to it for a reason. Okay, if you want to check it out, go through it, go through the process, and we guarantee you this is the best decision I made for myself and my family. And I'm very proud to say that I'm so happy to belong in this community. I'm so happy that I found it. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to my mentors and coaches. Special shout out to Coach Dave and Roxanne, and to my team. Thank you so much. I am where I am because of all of you. And to my business community, our tribe, thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much, Coach Eileen. We are really grateful that we had this opportunity to meet you, and so that you can share your stories. A lot of your like a lot. I've learned a lot. I didn't know your whole story.
Mm-mm.
So thank you so much. You
You're
really gave so
welcome.
much value today. And
Yes.
Sisney,
Yes, again, also me, I want to thank you, Coach. See, if not because of this live interview, I wouldn't know that we're neighbors.
I know. We
Oh,
have to chica, sis. We have to chica. I love you, bud.
yes. So thank you also to all our viewers, to all our followers. This business live chat is streamed live in all of our business pages, in all of the three business pages, Rebecca's, mine, and Coach Ailyn Tacata's. Also, yeah, we're starting the new year. We have a very special guest here right now, giving you lots of nuggets, and you have the whole year and to start do something for yourself, for your family. Grab the chance.
That's
yes,
right.
as
Thanks
Coach
for having
Eileen
me,
said,
ladies.
you're welcome, Coach. As Coach Eileen said, one life, one chance,
Why
take
not?
it. Why not?
Yes.
Right?
Go for
Yes.
So
it,
again,
guys.
yes, thank
Happy
you
New
so much to
Year.
all
Let's
our
do this.
viewers. Happy New Year, and on the following week we will have another special guest, a couple who will inspire us with their unique story as well. So again, thank you to your support with the pep talk with Rebecca and May.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching,
Bye.
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank
Have a good
you.
weekend. Bye.